All right, let's talk about something that could totally redefine your year as a creative. It's called the January alignment. And it's all about switching gears from just being busy to being intentional. And honestly, it might just be the most important thing you do all month.
So let's just kick things off with this quote, because wow, this is the meeting actors skip and regret later. That really hits, right? It immediately makes you go, wait a second, what meeting am I skipping?
So, what is this mystery meeting we're talking about? Well, it's not another networking event or some random coffee date. No, this is a dedicated, strategic sit down you have to map out your entire year. You can think of it as setting the GPS for your career before you even start the engine. Now, here's where we have to flip the script on how we usually think about the new year. That classic New Year's resolution energy tells us we just need to do more, right? More auditions, more workshops, more hustle, hustle, hustle. But let's be real. That hamster wheel of just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff, it usually just leads straight to burnout, not a breakthrough. And that is the secret sauce. This isn't about piling more onto your plate, which is probably already overflowing. It's about aligning what's already on there. It's about making sure every single yes you give, every project you take on, is actually pulling you in the direction of the career and, the life that you truly want. To actually pull this off, you've got to get into a totally different headspace. It's about trading in all that frantic, chaotic energy for a calm, focused intention. So let's break down what that really looks like in practice. Just look at the difference here. It's like night and day. Over on one side, you've got doing more. That's just busyness, right? It creates chaos. It's that feeling of saying yes to everything because you're scared of missing out. But then you look at the other side, aligning. And that is where the power is. It all starts with clarity. And when you have clarity, you get focus. And from focus, you get intentional action. It's the difference between sprinting in 10 directions at once and taking a calm, confident walk down a path you chose yourself. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we find this magical alignment? Well, it all boils down to asking yourself or your team the right questions. This gives us a real, practical framework to work with. So for those of you who have a team, an agent, a manager, this alignment meeting is absolutely crucial. This is your chance to get on the same page and make sure everyone is, quite literally, rowing the boat in the same direction. Here are the 3 non-negotiable questions to bring to your team. First up, what are we aiming for this year? And get really specific here. Is it a series regular role, a lead in a great indie? Define that target. Second, what rooms matter most? This helps focus everyone's energy on the casting directors, producers, or studios that are actually going to move the needle for you. And maybe the most important one of all, what can we let go of? What are you finally ready to say no to so that you have the space to say yes to the right things? But hey, what if you're navigating this whole thing on your own? What if you're flying solo? Well, guess what? This meeting is just as critical. In fact, it might be even more so. It's a serious, strategic sit-down you need to have with the CEO of your career. And that CEO is you. And the questions you ask yourself are just as deep, if not deeper. First, what kind of work do I want to be near? Think about the people, the projects, the environments that really light you up. Second, what drains me that I keep saying yes to? Get brutally honest here. Identify those energy vampires. Is it a certain type of gig, a collaboration that always leaves you feeling spent? And finally, what does sustainable look like for me? This is basically your anti-burnout strategy. How do you build a creative life that's going to energize you for the long haul, not just for the next 6 months? So look, whether this conversation is with your entire team or it's just you and a good old-fashioned notebook, the ultimate goal is exactly the same. It all comes down to one simple, incredibly powerful thing: clarity. And here it is. This is the big takeaway. If you remember nothing else, remember this: clarity beats chaos every single time. When you know exactly what you're aiming for and why, you can slice right through all the noise and make decisions that actually serve your vision. This whole process, all of these questions, they're really all leading you toward one final foundational question that absolutely no one else can answer for you. So I'm going to leave you with this to really chew on. Have you ever actually sat down and defined what success means for you? Not what it looks like on Instagram, not what your parents think it should be, but what does a successful, fulfilling, happy, creative life actually look and feel like to you? Is it winning awards? Is it financial freedom? Is it just having creative control?
Answering that question, that's your North Star for everything else.
We would genuinely love to hear your thoughts on this. What does success mean to you? Drop your definition down in the comments. Let's really get a conversation going. And hey, if this helped bring you a little bit of that clarity we were talking about, make sure to hit that follow and subscribe button for more. Thanks for tuning in.